Hey guys, it's Jeff. In this video, I'm going to be reviewing The Restaurant at the End of the Universe, Book 2 in the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy series by Douglas Adams. So to be honest with you, I really don't have much to say about this book at all. It left off literally right where the first one, it begins literally right where the first one left off, with Zaphod Beeblebrox saying, "I'm hungry, let's go find something to eat at the restaurant at the end of the universe." And that restaurant is literally that. Not spatially at the end of the universe like the Edge, but temporally, where the end of the universe you can watch as like a dinner show. So for whatever reason, this restaurant exists outside of time and space. You make an appointment or you make a reservation for 7 p.m. and then your show lasts from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. You can eat dinner as the universe is ending. The universe ends, everybody clears out, they reset the room, and the next showing is at maybe 8:30. And then the next group of people come in to watch the universe end as well. The people from the first show go back into their time pods or whatever they came in, and they return to their own time period. So it's pretty quirky. It's a pretty interesting idea. But this book, and I have to agree with other people that have reviewed it too, this one doesn't really live up to the standards of the first book. It still has its funny moments, but kind of similar to the first one, there really isn't much of a story going on. They're kind of just meandering in whatever situation they happen to get themselves into. That's just kind of the trajectory that the story takes. It is kind of interesting to see that when they're in the restaurant, they'll point out someone, "Oh, hey, didn't that guy die back in this year?" Or who's that? Or they like recognize like famous people that have come to see the show. So it's pretty interesting that everybody from these different timelines, just throughout the entire history of the universe, are able to meet at this one spot, and then after that just return to their own time period as if, nothing mattered, or as if nothing happened at all. So when the same gang of characters as the first book, when their show is over with, they get back in their time pod, they attempt to get back to their own time period, but accidentally overshoot it by 2 million years and end up landing on Earth 2 million years before Earth was destroyed. And they interact with prehistoric humans, and they're trying to figure out, how do we get back to our own time period, and how can we coexist among these other prehistoric humans who can't even speak English. All they can do is grunt and make noises and point at things and stuff. So with that being said, there's really not much to say about it other than it's just kind of that weird trajectory that this book is taking, where they'll be in one room, and then they come across someone, and then that person leads them here, and then they go there and there. So it's a little meandering like the first one, although since the first one was so fresh, this one continues that humor, but sometimes I felt like the second book, tried a little bit too hard, because it was trying to live up to the expectations of that first book, which is really hard to do, I think, in my opinion. But so with that being said, I'm going to give this book a 3 out of 5. It was pretty average. I liked it. I'm probably going to finish the rest of the series at some point. But it also brings me to my another main point that I wanted to bring up in this video, is that I think from now on, with books that have, or with series that have many books in them, like this one's got 5 books, I think what I'm going to do is, rather than doing a review video for every single book, I think I'm going to just do a review on the first book, and then make a video for books like 2 through 5 and summarize the rest of the series up in one video. So it's, how good was the first book, and does the rest of the series live up or exceed the first book's expectations? Because I was thinking about it, and most of the time when I read series like this, I usually read them right in a row. I don't really read one and then take a break and read something else. I kind of go right to the next book in line. But I don't think it's really fair for viewers like you guys to have to sit through five videos of the same series all in a row, especially if you're not interested in the series that I'm reading. Like maybe you don't like Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. And if I were to do my next, if you're subscribed to my channel, and the next 5 videos that I do are all the same thing, you know, that's kind of, it would be boring, I think, for maybe you guys. So I wouldn't really want to do that. Especially like for a series like this, where like I mentioned earlier, nothing really like new happens where it's like progressing the story. So it wouldn't really make sense to do 5 different videos on this series, because they're all funny. They all kind of just randomly get into their hijinks that they get into, and there's nothing like really new to report on. So I'm going to take it at a case by case basis, where as I'm reading a series, I'm like, all right, this is the type of series that really requires me to make a video for every book in the series. Like for example, if I were to do a review on the Harry Potter books, it wouldn't really do the Harry Potter series justice by me reading just the first book and then summarizing books 2 through 7 as well, does the series live up to the first book? Because there's so much detail and depth that you can go into with those remaining books, that's the type of series that would need its own video for every book. So I'll take it at a case-by-case basis. For this one, I'm probably going to read the rest of the series, but if you see a video in the future with this series, it's going to be a summary of books 3 through 5. Was it as good as the first 2, or did it dive bomb? So yeah, thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you can, and I'll see you guys in the next review video. Thank you.